back. Today we're going to talk about the distributive property, and the distributive property is a combination of multiplication and addition. What does this mean? You can multiply a number and a sum by multiplying the number by each part of the sum and then add in the two products. It sounds complicated, but let's look at it. It really looks like this. If I have a multiplication problem combined with an addition problem, for instance, something that looks like this. If we went ahead and just took it at face value and said, I am going to use the order of operations and find that this is 5, and times 5, it's equal to 25. The distributive property looks like this. If I take apart this sum, and it's going to be denoted by an arrow this way, I'm going to put an arrow to each part of the sum. That's a key component. And then I'm going to write out what each product would be individually. For example, it would look like this. 5 times 3, that's the first arrow, plus 5 times 2. That's the second arrow. So 5 times 3 plus 5 times 2. And if I do these sums individually, or if I do the sum by taking the products individually, I have 15 plus 10 equals 25. So you see how this works. I get the same answer, and it's simply found by breaking up that sum and finding the multiplication problem for each part. It's really useful when we're particularly using variables. And so the key component is the arrows. So what I'm going to do is use the distributive property here. I'm going to say, draw the arrows to each part of the sum. And then I'm going to write the products separately as a sum. So I have negative 5 times x plus negative 5 times 10. Each of these I could do together. And you start to see why this is so effective. Because I can't add x and 10. It would just be x plus 10. But now I've got something that looks a little bit better, because now I'm at least able to do the negative 5 times the 10. And so my answer is negative 5x minus 50, because adding a negative is the same as subtracting. So that's it. That's the distributive property in a nutshell. I'd like for you to do the same for this one here. Try it, and we'll see you next time.